Yo, Marcus, man, we back around the water cooler, man. How you feeling? Man?
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. How you?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Can't complain at all, man. What we talking about today?
Man, we got to talk about that Alabama L. We
Yeah,
got
definitely
to
got to
talk
talk about
about
that.
that Alabama L.
Definitely got to talk
What else
about
can we
that.
talk about in the meantime, though?
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna talk about the Red River Rivalry, man. The newcomers to the SEC, Oklahoma and Texas, man. We're gonna talk about them. So we're gonna preview that game as well, man. So everybody, we doing this new live thing. Come in, enjoy it, leave comments, let us know how you feel. Let's go ahead, man. Let's get the show started. You know what's coming up next, man. The Water Cooler Talk podcast. Let's go.
You are now tuned in to Water Cooler Talks, covering everything you love about college football, especially everything going down in the SEC conference. So, if you love college football, you need to lock in. And now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Marcus, yo, what's going on, man? We are here, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here, man, at the Water Cooler Talk podcast, coolest podcast in your ear. My name is Nick, and the other person you see him, tell him who you are, boss, man.
Hey, it's me. It's Marcus. Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's get it.
That's what's up, man. We are here, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here, man. The Water Cooler Talk podcast live show, man. We are here. We are ready. We are live. We are ready to go, man. Let's talk some SEC football. Let's talk some college football, man. Marcus, let's go ahead and let's get into it, man. What's in store for today, Marcus, man? Tell them what we talking about today, man. What's in store for today?
Man, we got to talk about how Vandy beat Alabama.
Okay.
Then we're going to talk about the Red River Rivalry.
Okay.
Then, I got to give out this Water Boy Award. I think some people going to be mad, but this is an Auburn podcast, so they might not be. So, who knows?
All right, man. All right, we giving it out. We giving out the Water Boy Award, man. Man, thank y'all so much for rocking with us here at the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear, man. Let's go ahead and let's take care of some household rules, man. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and X at the coolest pod 23. Subscribe, like, share the video. Use hashtag WCT Pod, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on our Facebook page at the Water Cooler Talk podcast Facebook page, and subscribe and follow on your favorite podcast player, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, man. Wherever you get your podcast, man, go on there, man. Check us out. Like and rate the show, review it so we can move up in the rankings. But man, we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here, man. You know what it is, you know what we do here at the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. And we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us, man. So let's say, hey, we got some people in the comments, man. Let's go ahead and see who we got, man. Bubba and the old man from Auburn Sports, man. Shout out to Bubba, man. The king is in the building, man. JaVale is here, man. Shout out to JaVale. Oh, snap. There he go, the man of many aliases. Tim Tucker is in the building, man. Tim Tucker in the building, man. Shout out to Tim Tucker, man. Oh, snap. Your granny's fupa. That sounds like Tim Tucker. But shout out to Tim.
Yeah, when I seen him, I'm like, go Tim Tucker again.
That's Tim Tucker again, bro. Shout out to Tim, man. Oh, snap. We got 3 in the stink is present. Maybe another Tim Tucker. Who knows, man?
Yeah. Never know with Tim Tucker.
What it is, man. We appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here, man, at the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. Marcus, man, how you feeling today? How you feeling?
Good, boss. Let's get into it. I'm good, man. Alabama lost. No, we got to talk about it. I'm ready to talk about it.
All right, you know what it is, man. Well, let's not hold the people up no more, man. Let's just go ahead and get into it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what comes up first, man. We are headed into the first half. Let's go now.
This is the first half.
Yo, man, we in the first half right now, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here at the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear. Man, let's just get into it, man. We know Auburn lost this past weekend, right?
Yeah, that was tough.
It wasn't a dominant win by Georgia. You know, people thinking stuff like that. It really wasn't that dominant. You know, it is what it is. But what made it better? What softened the blow? What softened the impact? The Alabama Crimson Tide, the number 1 team in the country, went down against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Man, how did you feel after seeing that? How did you feel when you saw that Vanderbilt went up 13-0? And you was like, whoa, now, wait a minute. This could be a game. What was your initial thoughts, Marcus, when you saw that? What did you say in your mind? What were you like?
Man.
This could be a good day.
In my mind, when I seen them go up 13, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. I know they were talking cash money trap before the game, but I was like, hold up, wait a minute. This might actually happen. And then when they kept going, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. This finna happen. It felt real good when it happened.
Man. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this, man. When I saw it happen, bro, the first thing I thought about is, I don't know if you remember. I think it was one year Vanderbilt started like 3-0, and then the next game was the Alabama game, and they interviewed the dude, and dude was like, when you come to Vanderbilt, we're gonna show you how to play some SEC football. You remember that dude? You don't remember that video?
Yeah.
That dude, that's the first person I thought about. That's the first person I thought about. When I watched that, I was like, where is that guy? Where is that guy? He was a prophet. He was just a couple of years too soon, but he was a prophet. He was a prophet when it happened, bro. But no, man. Nah, man, that was that loss right there. It sent shockwaves through college football. It sent shockwaves through college football, man. I'm gonna ask you this question. Were you surprised by Alabama losing that game?
I think everybody was. I thought it was gonna be a competitive game. I thought Vegas was gonna play, but I didn't think they were gonna win.
If there was to some Alabama fans out there, Tight Sports being one of them. I got to give Tight his credit, man. Tight, he gave some points to saying if his whole thing was like, why are they scoring so fast? Like, why is Alabama scoring so fast? Like, and you saw it in the time of possession. I believe Alabama had the ball for like 18 minutes compared to the 42 minutes that Vanderbilt had the ball. He also talked about like how the defense, the secondary of the defense was not up to par. If y'all want to hear what Tight had to say, man, go follow Tight. Go listen to Tight over at the Tight Sports, or Alabama Megacast, Alabama super fan. So go listen to him and see what he got going on over there with that. But man, if you listen to some Alabama fans, they foresaw this coming. But they thought it would be against Georgia, not Vanderbilt. So my thing is, the 28 points that Alabama went up against Georgia early, if that game was, let's just say if Alabama went up, let's just say Georgia was able to score 10 points and Alabama scored 14. Is that a different looking game against Georgia? Alabama.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
Do you think Georgia wins that game at that time?
Man, Georgia was just one big play away from winning that game anyway.
Well, yeah, because you look at that, and then you go like, man, it looks as if Alabama's defense got tired at the end of that Georgia game. And so and that's when Georgia's offense started kind of making some noise. They started coming back a little bit. Well, not a little bit, a lot bit in the game. And then of course they threw the interception in the end zone, which sealed the game for Alabama to win. But going to the Vandy game, how big was Pavia? How big was the presence of Diego Pavia in this game for Vanderbilt, in your opinion?
Huge.
How huge?
Like he's the starter. Like what do you mean? Like he played outstanding.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With any other quarterback, when I ask that question, I'm asking how big. Look, Peyton Thorne started quarterback for Auburn. Who else? Nico is starting quarterback for Tennessee. Jackson Dart is a starting quarterback for Ole Miss. Do any of those guys beat Alabama? I think Tennessee does, but let's just say Jackson Dart or Peyton Thorne. Do any of those guys beat Alabama?
I think probably
This year's Alabama.
like I think like Bub. Well, it didn't pop up on the screen. His composure was unmatched, and then he had a receiver that put up 113. Like that DB play was horrendous. Not like I think he had a receiver 9 catches, 113 in the tub. That's off the top of my head. I can't remember the stats. I think I looked at him earlier, but I think he had a receiver that went for like 113, 9 receptions. Another like he went 16 for what 24. Only missed like a couple passes. He had an outstanding game.
Okay, but
do you think that secondary?
Do you think this carries over to this week and going forward in the season for Poppy?
That's the question though. Like if it does, we might be looking at Vanderbilt different.
I mean, I was looking at Vanderbilt different before the season started anyway. I thought Vanderbilt was going to be a problem before the season started anyway.
I think that Georgia State loss kind of brought us back down, but this one right here, it did for me when they lost to Georgia State. I was like, maybe Vanderbilt because I came in the season after running NCAA on the game. I was like, yeah, Vanderbilt might actually be good. Then I seen them lose to Georgia State. I was like, all right, they still might be Vanderbilt.
I got you. Nah, I mean, I chalk. This is what I do. I chalk up like those type of games like that. I think each team in college football is gonna have a week like that. So you just don't know what week is gonna be. So I just chalked that Georgia State week up to Vanderbilt. Just that's their week. That was the week. That was the week that it just was not gonna go for them. Anything they did, it just wasn't gonna go right. They were just destined to lose that game. It's just how I look at it. But I think Vanderbilt is a team to reckon with. But like you are correct. In the end, if they do, let's just say Vanderbilt goes out and wins the rest of their conference games, and they in the thick of it for the SEC championship. Do you think that Georgia State loss will weigh heavy on their decision on them getting into the playoffs if they make it? And this is hypothetically speaking. They make it to the playoffs, but they lose in the championship game.
I think that Georgia State loss was too early, and then you got to look at their body of work. Since then, they would beat they beat Texas. They'll beat 2 number 1s in the same season. You got to take that into account.
Okay. I like that. Tim Tucker's alias mass produced. I don't know what that is. Said Pavia. I can't put some of this other stuff.
He's been going ham in the comments.
I can't be putting that up, man. The king of the comments, Travell said Auburn is at the bottom of the SEC, and we are the only team to not have an all-time winning record against Vandy. Really, all-time winning record, an all-time winning record against Vandy.
And they're like 0-1 though.
An all-time winning record against Vandy though. I gotta research that one. Bubba said the craziest part is Vandy only averaged about 3 yards per carry and still held on to the football for 40 minutes. That's correct. They did. I think they averaged like 3.8 yards per carry, and they held the ball for 42 minutes. Like Vanderbilt, I mean, they had a game plan and they stuck to it, man. King said Vandy made history. They did. That is Vandy's first win over AP ranked top 5 opponent in school history.
Yeah,
that was Vandy's first win, and I'm like, man, yeah, they can get they can possibly get another one, depending. Pavia, I mean, people looking at him, right now, man. Bubba said Pavia's composure was insane. Yes, it was, man. Yes, it was. It was. He said, Travell said, Pavia had his Johnny Manziel moment. Okay, Johnny Manziel moment. Okay, all right. Well, I think Johnny Manziel is his favorite player, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. I believe he is. I believe Johnny Manziel is Pavia's favorite player. So It is what it is. I think it was Stowers. He was the QB at A&M, and then was at New Mexico State last season. Oh, you talking about Pavia? I'm guessing that's what we're talking about. Okay. All right. Here go Bubba, man. Bubba got a question, man. It's the clock rule for the poor fundamental football playing in college football right now. These upsets will be more common. It's the clock rule and the is it? Are you saying is the clock rule and the poor fundamental football playing plaguing college football right now?
I thought so, bro. Receiver.
Yeah.
Styles was the receiver that went over.
Okay, yeah, we'll get it up though. The clock rule. Okay. 21-21 and 1 Vandy versus Auburn. Okay. We lost to Vanderbilt a lot back in the early 1900s, back when gas powered cars weren't coming. Okay. that's a lot. That's a lot. That's far back. That's far back. Yeah, Styles was the 100-yard receivers. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is my thing, man. Going forward, how do you see Alabama play South Carolina this year? I mean, this week. Does Alabama refocus? Do they get back to being the Alabama that everybody knows them to be, or can we or do we see another collapse for Alabama?
I don't think we can judge off this week. I think they should be able to handle business against South Carolina. I think the next test, I think, man, Robert Ashford fumbled the ball too much, bro. I think South Carolina might be in trouble. But
Robert Ashford ain't the quarterback.
Oh, he ain't starting no more? I know he was starting the last 2 weeks.
Sellers started last week.
Oh, he started last week? All right.
Yeah, Sellers back.
Okay. Because I was watching them the last 2 weeks, and Robert Ashford had fumbleitis. But Sellers ain't no better. I'm gonna just keep it real. Yeah, he got a better arm, but he's no better. I'm waiting to see Bama against Tennessee. That's the test that I would tell you if Bama is or not. But for Vandy, I think they got to look good against Kentucky. Or they don't.
All right. When you say look good against Kentucky, what do you mean? Like, are you saying they have to, like, what type of outing does Vanderbilt have to have against Kentucky in order
10 or more
points? Like 10 or more points scored?
10 or more points. I'm talking about win. They got to win by 10 or more.
They got to win by 10 or more against Kentucky.
Yes.
Who has one of the best defenses in the conference?
I agree, but they got to win against Kentucky.
I think they just have to win against Kentucky. I'm not gonna put a number on it. I think they just have to win. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that game is at Kentucky. If I'm not mistaken, let me look that up real quick. I believe it's at Kentucky. If they go to Kentucky, and if they have a better showing against Kentucky than Georgia did,
that's what I'm saying. That's really what I'm getting at. And Georgia barely escaped. So yeah, I'm saying,
what was it, 13-12 game or something like that against Georgia?
What, 14-13?
No, it was 13-12. The Georgia game was 13-12. So I mean, yeah, I think Vanderbilt has to go to Kentucky, and I think they have to, if they have a better showing, if they beat Kentucky at home, and that's a night game too. It's a 6:45 p.m. kickoff. If they beat Kentucky at home, and let's just say they go in and they win by a field goal, or if they win by a touchdown, I think that legitimizes Vanderbilt to a degree. Because I think if you watch the game against Alabama, low-key, Vanderbilt, low-key, it wasn't like a fluky type game. They low-key just lined up and ran the ball against them. You know what I'm saying? But people still feel as if, well, it's Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, then it's still Vanderbilt, is what a lot of people still feel like. But go watch the game. So I think for Vanderbilt to be like, all right, last week we did that. They got to come back out and do the same thing again. They got to be able to just line up and just punch Kentucky in the mouth, which is going to be difficult because I think Kentucky has one of the better defenses in the conference. I think by stats wise and things stuff like that. Now you take that South Carolina game out, then they probably at the top because they gave up like 31 points against South Carolina. But no, man, I think Pavia, I think Pavia at the quarterback position for Vanderbilt. I think the defense that Clark Lee and Vanderbilt have together has, and what Jerry Kill is doing on the offensive side of the ball for Vanderbilt is meshing perfectly well for them. And hopefully Vanderbilt can make some noise and make it interesting, because I don't know if this goes forward into next season. I don't know if this goes into, down the road.
So you saying this is a dream season for Vandy right here?
It could possibly be a dream season, because look at Florida State, man. Look at Florida State. Florida State had the dream season last year, man. They was marching into the playoffs. Then your quarterback gets hurt, and then you get left out of the playoffs.
You don't deserve to make the playoffs.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got you get there, then next thing you know, now you not in the playoff, and then it just falls apart, and you get beat 63-3 against Georgia. And now look at the team this year. They are an aberration of what they thought they were gonna be. So, man, I just hope this is just or maybe let's look at the other side of this too. Maybe this helps Vanderbilt in recruiting, but the requirements getting Vanderbilt are very high. So you're gonna have to have
extra school first, sports come second.
Basically.
Other way around.
Basically, I was watching Fine Bomb today, and I believe Pavia was on there today, and Pavia was like, he transferred from New Mexico State, and he came to Vanderbilt, and he had something about his degree. He was doing biology at New Mexico State, but he had to change it to something else. And he graduated, and he was like, well, it ain't nothing about me. I ain't gotta go to class. I can just go to. It's just about football. And when he said that to the coaches, they was like, no. You have to go to class. That's what they said. They told him, man, yeah, man, it ain't just about football, man. You got to go to class, man. You got to go to class.
That's why they've been garbage for so long.
Let me stop. Hey, but that's why some of the people are running the world right now. Vandy is at best an 8-win team. Last weekend didn't change that. They can only win. They can only win one way, and that doesn't hold up over the course of the season. But if the stars align, it can get you a really big one. Do you you say a really big one. Do you think that really big one was Alabama?
I agree with Bubba.
Big one was Alabama.
I don't hardly ever agree with Bubba, but I agree with Bubba.
So all right. So that really big one was Alabama.
I told you that.
Let's look at the rest of Vanderbilt's schedule. After they got Kentucky this week, they at Kentucky, then they got Ball State at home. Then they got Texas at home. Texas got to go to Nashville. Then they got to go to Auburn. Then they got South Carolina at home. Then they got to go to LSU. And then they got Tennessee at home. So
they can squeeze out 8 wins.
What are they right now? What is Vandy's reckon? 4-2? Yeah, 1, 2.
4-2 or what?
2-1, 2-2. They're 3-2.
3-2? Oh.
Yeah, they're 3-2 right now. So you saying, in order for them to get to 8, they got to win 5 games, right?
Yeah, they got to get 5 more. I think they can squeeze out 5 more. I'm hoping.
I'm looking at that. I'll put it up in a minute. So what 5 you got? I say Ball State.
Yeah, Ball State. I think they get Kentucky this week.
That's 2. That's 2. I think they beat Auburn. I'm just going down the line and say it. I was leaning that way even before the season started.
I don't want to say it though. I don't want to say it. I don't want.
I think they beat Auburn, man.
You said it, but you can count it on mine too. I don't want to say it though.
Okay, so that's 3.
I think they beat South Carolina.
Okay, that's 4. So now you got to pick between LSU and Tennessee, and they got to go to LSU.
Well, they might not get 8. They might get 7. Because I don't see them winning either one of them.
Okay,
they might be LSU. It's a fighting chance.
At LSU,
it's a fight. I'd rather go LSU over Tennessee right now.
Okay, all right. The King said he agreed with Bubba there, man. He said unless they find another, Bubba said unless they find another Pavia, they'll be the same old Vandy. That's what I'm saying. So this may, like you said, this may be their dream season. This might be the dream season for Vanderbilt. It may be. Vanderbilt top 100 class. They're just gonna have a top 100 class coming in. That's it. No top 25 for them. All right, then. Texas got to go to Nashville. Come on, Nick. They do. They got to go to Nashville, man. What you talking about? They got to go. They got to go. Shout out to Auburn Addis, DC, man. Looking forward to the game. Let's see if Vandy can handle winning. That's the part too, because now when you have something like this,
Auburn Addis said real stuff.
What did he say?
No, I said let's see can they handle win. That's a real comment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because now when you win, when you have a big win like that, now the eyes of the country is on you. Now people are not. Now you get an expectation. Now you got an expectation. Now you got an expectation of competing. You're not just now people see you. Now you are not what
they game plan for you.
Yeah, they game planning for you now.
Game for you.
Now I mean it is what it is. So
I'm gonna go in after now as a player. I'm going in and focusing on that film on Pavia.
Oh yeah.
I'm locking in. I'm trying to see his keys for real.
We're figuring out a way, man.
Great
seven will be a great year for Vandy. I agree with that, man. DC is very true. Very true. We saw them fall flat after the Virginia Tech game. That's true, because that was Georgia State after the Virginia Tech game, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Missouri or Georgia Tech after that game.
I think they played Missouri. But they lost to Missouri, I think.
Yeah, they did. It was
yeah, they lost to Missouri.
Yeah, they lost to Missouri. Yep. All right, man. That's the end of the first half, man. Marcus, how you feel?
We here, baby.
Yeah, man. Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. We in your ear, man. We here, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Y'all know what comes up next, man. We about to head into half time. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
You know out your seats. It's halftime.
Yo, man, we here, man. Marcus, what we do in this situation?
Man, you got to roll that footage for my guy.
We got to roll the footage, and I'm not whispering in your ear. It's just the ad roll. Let's go, man.
Do you want to feel like a star? Then go to Hollywood Media, and you'll be shining. From sports interviews, athletic highlight tapes, athletic photography, Hollywood Media will make you the star of all stars. Feel like a star on the most important days of your life. From college graduation to saying I do to your forever person. Let Hollywood Media make your event star-studded. Subscribe and follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Hollywood.
Yeah, man. Shout out to our day one supporter of the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Make sure you want to follow him on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. And make sure you spelling that Holly with an EY, man. Shout out to our day one supporter, man. Shout out to our brother. We appreciate you so much, man, for rocking with us here, man, at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Go support the people that mess with the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. We thank y'all so much, man. Brady comments. I was thought with this one, man. Bubba made a point about the last 7. He said DC is tough for these young gun guys to handle expectations. It's what makes consistency in this game so difficult. That's why Nick Saban was the GOAT, because he was good at manipulating his players thinking that they were the underdogs, and he kept them focused.
Yep.
That's why he was so good, man. I muted. I will be filing a complaint straight to HR, Nick. Hey, man, it's all right, bro. It's all right, man. This is hilarious, bro. This is hilarious, man. That's twice now. Talk to your guy, DC, man. DC laughing. Shout out to PhD, man. PhD in the chat with us, man. We appreciate you so much for rocking with us, PhD, man. Good evening to you as well. Thank you so much for rocking with us here, man. I'm sorry. Hopefully y'all can get y'all win. Hopefully y'all can get y'all get back this week, PhD. Hopefully y'all can get y'all get back. Yeah, Bubba. Vandy is the hunted now. Y'all so y'all think Vandy is the hunted now? You think they hunting Vandy now? Or are they just putting a little bit more attention on what Vandy got going on? Interesting question. I liked it. 3 in the stink. Shout out to 3 in the stink. I really think that's Tim Tucker, but okay.
Solidly, that's Tim Tucker.
Yeah, allegedly we gonna say that's Tim Tucker. PhD, yeah, man, PhD in here. I hope did y'all squash our beef yet, Bubba? Did you and PhD squash our beef yet? Let us know about that. Hey man, let's get into this the inaugural Water Cooler Talk Podcast Fantasy Football League.
That you dominating right now.
Say what?
I said that you're dominating right now.
I'm not the only one dominating. Hey, Hollywood media and that thing dominating too. That's what it looked like. Let's see what the league looking like, man, when it comes to the to the standings, man. So right now, man, they 5-0, 46ers, the 46ers. Yeah, we 5-0. Joe's scary team is 4-1. Travell is 3-2. Mighty Marvin 2-3. Tight is 2-3. Grove Street 2-3. The Hit Squad 2-3. ETN 2-3. Triple B Ricardo's Roddy. I don't know the rest of it. And then Welcome Please are all 1-4. So yeah, man. We in this thing. Oh man, the inaugural Water Cooler Talk Podcast Fantasy Football League is going strong. Marcus, who you play this week? Do you know yet?
No, I played my brother last week. I think I played DJ this week. I think.
Okay. Did you win last week?
No, I played Ricardo this week. Yeah,
you played Ricardo this week?
I had my chin. I think I played Ricardo this week.
Okay. All right. Cool. Oh, so yeah, if y'all was in the chat, apparently your mom and PhD know each other.
Man, my mom know everybody. I ain't surprised.
That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Small world, man. Small world. Tim Tucker says allegations, false allegations. Tim, we know it's you, bro. We know it's you, man. Shout out Rick Ross at the top. She laughing at you, Travell. And DC from Auburn Addict said, "What up, Tim Tucker? What's going on, man? What's going on?"
Hey, chat. Since I got y'all here, chat, I need y'all to turn Nick up about this water cooler supposed to be dumped on his head. But I bet from last year.
It'll get done.
I need a segment, Nick. With the water.
It's not gonna be a segment. I'm telling you that right now. It will not
be
be
live,
a segment.
Nick.
It will not be a segment. It's not will be that. It will be recorded and put onto social media platforms.
Tell them it need to be live comments.
Nope, it will not be. Y'all would not try to pressure me into that. No, not I. Said Nick. No. Nah, man, but I gotta get that done. I do. I know I gotta get that finished. From the bet last year with Marcus won, so I gotta get that. Gotta get that ice water dumped on me. But it is what it is. It's all good. Marcus, one thing you saw this week in sports that made you go like, You know what? Before we do that, no, Tim Tucker. No, Tim Tucker.
Bro, he's wild, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go. We're gonna jump to the NFL for a little bit here. And then we're gonna jump back into the show, get back to college sports. So the Jets fired Robert Saleh.
He deserves it.
Listen. I disagree with that because Robert Saleh is a defensive coordinator. The defense was on point with the Jets. It was on point with the Jets, but I was listening to some people that's smarter than me in sports, and they made some points that I agree with. They basically said this is an Aaron Rodgers problem. Is what they said. And right on point, PhD said it. Aaron Rodgers is the problem. Right
He's
on
40 years
point.
old coming off of Achilles. Everybody knew he was gonna be the problem when he stepped in. Y'all should have forced him to retire.
Listen. All I'm gonna say is this, man. Swagoo, Marcus Spears, if y'all know who that is, he made an excellent point. He said that team was the team that went out and flew all them private jets out to California to go see Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is not playing well right now. So you want to blame Robert Saleh for that, but I'm like, yo, how can you blame him for that when you hire Robert Saleh and you knew he was a defensive-minded coach? That's the main reason why they hired Nathaniel Hackett. That's the main reason why the Broncos hired Nathaniel Hackett before he ended up in New York, because they thought they had a chance at getting Aaron Rodgers. Man, everybody knows Nathaniel Hackett is Aaron Rodgers' boy. Say it again.
I said, can you tell me the last time they hired an offensive-minded coach? Ain't this the same team with Rex Ryan? All them defensive-minded coaches they didn't have for years.
Well, maybe they need to make a change. Maybe Woody Johnson need to look at something different then. Because the defense is on point. Dude, you hired a defensive-minded coach, and guess what? If I'm not mistaken, I think they'll rank like top 4 in the league in defense or something like that. So, come on, man. I got to figure it out, man. He said him and Tight disappear when it's time to pay up. No, we don't. We don't.
DC.
It is what it is. I just want to see it's been a year and counting. No, it hasn't been a year because it just ended.
It's been almost a year.
No, it hasn't. It ended in January. What are you talking about? We just ended it in January. What y'all talking about?
It'll be wintertime before you do it.
Huh?
It'll be wintertime before you do it.
Okay. It'll get done though. It is what it is, man. Ooh, man. Aaron Rodgers decided it. Saleh demoted Hackett. 5 minutes later, he was fired. I agree wholeheartedly with that statement right there. That's what I think happened. I love Aaron. I'm a diehard Packers fan, but he shouldn't be running the organization. Saleh is a below average head coach. He was a scapegoat. I agree with that right there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
PhD said Aaron Rodgers has won 1 Super Bowl, and he get treated like Tom Brady, man. Before Patrick Mahomes came on the scene, I would say Aaron Rodgers was probably the best talent at quarterback, but Patrick Mahomes did now, so I can't say that. He probably number 2. They hired Adam Gase, but I think he's more absent-minded than defensive-minded with his creepy eyes. Talking about Adam Gase. That's funny, man. You meant to say offensive-minded. I know what you meant to say. I got you, man. Still waiting on my American Deli from Bold Peaks. I'm gonna send the leads. Listen, man. Listen.
Get him, DC.
Listen. You are right. Me and Tight owe you American Deli. You are correct. We do. But you gotta talk to Tight. Because Tight gotta send half. Tight gotta send half too, man. Tight gotta send half. That's half and half right there. You know what it is? It is what it is, man. I can't complain about that. All right, man, Martin, let's get up out of here, man. Let's go ahead and get to the second half, man. Let's get the second half rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what comes up next. Let's start the second half of the show. Let's go.
You're now entering the second half.
Yes, sir. We are in the second half right now of the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. And we are here and we ready to rock and roll, man. Hey, as always, man, we want y'all to like, subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell all your coworkers, just tell your neighbor. The more people that hit the button and subscribe and share, hey, the higher we go. As of about an hour ago, we are 7 subscribers away. 7 subscribers away from 300 subscribers on YouTube, man. So help us get there, man. We trying to get there, man. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. The 2 newcomers to the SEC is now an SEC rivalry, man. Texas versus Oklahoma. The Red River Rivalry will be played in Dallas, Texas at the Cotton Bowl this year. I think it's equal distance. Yes, they're SEC teams now. I think it's about as equal a distance of a drive for both teams. I think it's 190 some miles for Texas, and I think it's like 197 miles for Oklahoma from Norman. So kind of almost split down the middle even.
Site,
So
true neutral site.
Yeah, true neutral site. I've driven by the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, man. It's a sight to behold. I can tell you like that. Older stadium, but it's a sight to behold, man. Sight to behold. I think right off 35, right off I-35, if I'm not mistaken. Or near it, something like that. But Marcus, let's go ahead. Let's talk about it, man. Keys to the game. Keys to the game for the Red River Rivalry. What are your 3 keys? Or it don't even have to be 3. What are your major keys? Major keys. I wish I had a DJ Khaled drop right there. Anyway, what are your major keys for this game?
All right.
For the Red River Rivalry.
For Texas, it will be hopefully Quinn Ewers comes back and he looks sharp coming off the injury. Hopefully he looks good. Offensive line, defensive line, they controlling the line of scrimmage, establishing their run game with Blue, and I think they got a good second head tailback. For Oklahoma, their defense is really good at getting pressure and forcing turnovers. They got to force turnovers. I think the freshman has to control the game and not make too many mistakes. I think they have to run the ball and slow the pace of the game down for them to be competitive in this one. Man, I got Texas winning this one, but I feel like if Oklahoma can play a clean game and force some turnovers, it might be a close game.
Okay. I'm gonna put it like this. So the lines of this game right now, 14.5 points going to Texas. I think the over-under is like 50.5 or 51, if I'm not mistaken, in this game. This is a rivalry game. It's a rivalry game. Common sense logic tells us that Texas should win this game. I mean, you have a freshman quarterback that's starting for Oklahoma. You have an offensive line that is suspect for Oklahoma. Sure. If I'm not mistaken, I still think all the receivers are not playing in this game, or some of them may be coming back. But still, though, the one bright spot that Oklahoma has in this game is the defense. The defense, if I'm not mistaken, is ranked 3rd in the country at getting plays in the game, and things and stuff like that. So common sense logic tells us that Texas should easily cover that 14.5 points in this game. But like I stated, this is a rivalry game. Yeah. And in rivalry games, you never know what could happen in a rivalry game. Never know what could happen in a rivalry game. You just mentioned Quinn Ewers is coming off of an injury. We don't know how he's gonna play. I think he's gonna step in and he may look a little shaky at the beginning of the game, but eventually he'll get to it. Texas, I have been hard and big. Ooh, pause. I have been
boy, this is a family show. Oh my God. Big man and shout out, bro.
Yeah, bro. Wait a minute. Pause, man. Pause. Anyway, like I said, like I was stating, I was trying to make my point. I have been on Tech. God, dog, bro. You can't even get like you can't even. I have been a fan of Texas before the season started, man.
This is outrageous.
I have been a fan of Texas before the season started, man. That's why I have been, man. I have been bullish. Let's use bullish. Let's use financial terms. I have been bullish on Texas since the season started. Texas has one of the best, if not the best, offensive line in the game. The quarterback position is solidified. The defense is I can't even get because I'm looking at the comments while I'm talking, man. The defense has been amazing.
I'm gonna stay on them. Yeah. Clean your act up, Nick. We have females in the room.
Anyway,
get it right.
Anyway, the defense has been amazing. They have playmakers on the outside that can get the ball. They have a running game that is pretty good. And if somebody did not say that, if somebody if the quarterback goes down, then you got the heir apparent that's going to be the starter next year. This is ready to step in and play now. So logic tells us that Texas should win this game, man. That's what logic tells us. But as I stated again, man, this is a rivalry game. So here are my keys to the game, man. Michael Hawkins Jr. is going to have to keep his composure in this game, because Texas defense is going to send some pressures to him that he hasn't seen before, and things and stuff like that. So Michael Hawkins is going to have to not turn the ball over. He's going to have to be able to protect the football. As you stated, they may have to lean on the run game. Oklahoma does. Limit as many pass attempts for Michael Hawkins as possible. And then the other thing is Oklahoma has to do what they did last year against Texas, and they're going to have to make Texas turn the ball over as they did last year in that game. So the Oklahoma defense is going to have to get turnovers as well to give this team extra possessions in the game. With Quinn Ewers coming back off an injury, they may be able to do that. They may be able to get their season average of 2.6, which is right at 3 turnovers a game. They may be able to do that. So
I got a question for you real quick.
It's going to be good.
So what do you think would be more effective for their defense to I guess, going against Quinn Ewers this week? Should they send pressure because he's injured, or would you just disguise coverages?
I mean,
I know you're gonna do both, but I'm just saying,
yeah. But what should they lean more on?
Yeah.
If I was Brent Venables in that Oklahoma defense, I would probably try to get as much pressure as I can on Quinn Ewers. Try to hit him a little bit. See if he really is healthy. Because if you can get Quinn Ewers out of this game and then you put Arch Manning in this game, it kind of almost levels the playing field a little bit more, because now you got 2 freshmen playing. Well, 1 true freshman and 1 redshirt freshman. But Arch Manning, I mean, he's played well against these competition that he's played against, the past couple of weeks, but this would probably be his biggest test to date if he were to play in this game. So I would probably, if I was the defense, I'd probably try to send some pressure at Ewers and see if he is really healthy. And if he hurt and we can get him out the game, hey, that's a plus for Oklahoma. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Let's look at some of these comments, man. Keys for Texas: don't lose the game. Turnovers, mental errors, dumb penalties. Oklahoma is really a laundry list, but move the ball, run the clock, no turnovers, field position, capitalize in the red zone. I mean, that's any game. If you do that in any game, you should be favored. You should be able to win the game.
Coach, bro. I'm telling you, bro, philosophy is unmatched as a coach.
Didn't press, just knew we were right. Here comes the stuff, man. Is he going to play though? Yes. It is expected that Quinn Ewers is playing. He's been practicing, so it's expected that he will play. Nick on the pause button. He's not on the fans. Nick Fruity. Yes, we apologize. Female in the house. Yes. Bullish. It's nasty teamwork. Nobody. Nick is not. Nah, I'm good. Y'all are wild. We're not trying to be. It's not trying to be, man.
Great character, so goddamn smooth, boy. But I can't do no show with you that we had to just sit there and be serious the whole time. You gonna make me break hair to
Listen, I can't even put this comment up from Tim Tucker.
Why Tim Tucker? Why? Just why?
DC, I honestly don't even remember. Feels like I'm getting pressed now. Yeah, they both laughing at that. I think he's talking about PhD, the comment that he made. Yeah, I'm gonna let PhD tell you that, because yes, he was feeling some type of way about it. But it is what it is. Marcus. So looking at this game, 14.5 points. We're gonna pick the games later, but you don't have to pick it, but you just tell me how you leaning. 14.5 points for Texas. Over under 50.5. Or 51 is one of the two. Which way are you leaning in this game?
I agree with you on this Texas take. I got Texas in the SEC championship, so I think Texas also wins this game here. But do they cover the spread? I'm stuck between saying if Quinn Ewers comes back and looks like the Heisman candidate he was before he went out, it's gonna be a blowout. They cover. But if he doesn't, I got this game being close.
See, okay, now that's a different scenarios in this game now, because now you're looking at it like, what if this is a blowout? Okay. What if this is a close game? Because if I was looking at a stat, I think it said 9 out of the last 11 games that have been played in this game have been decided by 7 points or less.
Yeah, the last 3 years too. I got a great question for you though.
Go ahead.
A great question for you. Tying all this that we've been talking about together. If Oklahoma plays Texas close, do you give Vandy a shot
against Texas?
Yes.
That's a good question, man. I think Vandy plays a certain style. I think Bubba said it earlier in the comments that they play a certain style, and if you can kind of get them off of what they do really well, I don't think they can go any other place. I don't see Vandy as a team that can just drop back and throw the ball 30 times a game, 30, 40 times a game. They got to run the ball. I'm going to say no. I think it'll be a close game early, but then I think Texas runs away with it just because Poppy. I'm gonna give it just because of Poppy, and just maybe the defense may be juiced up for that game. Who knows? They may be juiced up for it, and they be like, yeah, let's go out here and make a statement and see what happens. And that could be one of those weeks that Texas has where they just have a game where it's just a struggle win against Vandy. But as we've seen, Vandy beat Alabama, so would it really be a struggle win? Would you consider that to be a quality win for Texas if they were to struggle against Vandy?
I need to see what Vandy do against Kentucky.
Okay.
Before I say that. Before I make that
man. Before we get up out of here, man. What?
Huh?
Wait, I got a question though. Why is everybody trying to holler at PhD though? Like everybody trying to holler at PhD.
Because she got a PhD.
Well, that too. She's smart, so that's pretty dope.
I'm just saying.
Think Texas. Shout out PhD. PhD said, "Think Texas will win. They are good. Another great weekend of SEC and college football. Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. Oklahoma usually has a lot of better weapons in QB play. That is true. But you got to understand though. Dylan Gabriel was the quarterback in this game, and he at Oregon right now. He was a quarterback in this game last year for Oklahoma. He at Oregon right now. So if Dylan Gabriel was in this game, do you think this is a different conversation?
Bro, Dylan Gabriel was in this game the way their defense is playing this year. Oklahoma
would probably be 5-0.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I feel like Texas may be too complete for a team.
I agree, Bubba.
A team for Vandy to compete.
I agree, Bubba.
All right.
Bubba, I don't like this, bro. Stop making me agree with you too much.
Bubba said PhD. I agree. Travell said if they keep the ball for an hour like they did against Alabama, they can win. It's a possibility. I mean, it is what it is. At Travell, go find your funnel cake or something, and I'm going to tell your mom.
Tell her, please, PhD, on her acting crazy.
What the
world?
That's crazy, man.
I'm from Texas right now.
Whole world will be pulling for Vandy against Texas. Hey. Wow.
Nah, DC, you are saying some things.
I won't be. I'll be pulling for Texas.
I want to know. I kind of want to see what the narrative will be if they win. That's all I really want to see. Like it's just like
if Vandy beats Texas.
Yes, I want to see what the narrative will be. I just want to see. It's like an episode of Power. Like what I'm saying. I want to see what happens next season.
I get what you're saying. Bubba and the old man, PD said, Bubba and the old man, Auburn Sports Talks. Are you trying to get back in my good graces? I believe he is, because he didn't answer yes. Like I said, I want no smoke. All right, man, let's get up out of here, man. That's the end. That's the end of the game, man. Marcus, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. These comments got me dying over here, man.
Man, we like the comments. It made the show pretty great. We enjoy the comments, man. We enjoy it. Marcus, let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. You know what it is. Let's head to the post game. Let's go.
It's time to shut down in the post game.
All right, man. So we in the post game right now, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here, man. Marcus, go ahead and pick some of these games for the SEC slate this weekend. Pulling them up right now. So let's go ahead and let's pick them. Let's pick them. Let's pick them. All right. SEC slate, man. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games on the SEC slate this year. At least we ain't got to pick Auburn because there's their bye week. So we'll win. We got to win this week. We got to win. Auburn got to win this week, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
We haven't synced that low. I'm not doing that.
All right. Let's go, man. Let's go. First game, Vanderbilt at Kentucky. Vanderbilt is 10.5 point favorite. Over under 44.5. Who you got?
I'm going Vandy, but I take Kentucky on the points.
So you got Vandy on the money line, but you taking Kentucky to cover?
Yeah, I got Kentucky keeping it close.
Well, they're the favorites.
You said Kentucky the favorites?
Yeah, they 13.5 point favorite. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I take the other way around then. I'm taking Vandy money line and the cover. I think Vandy gonna win.
Okay, all right. I think Vandy keeps it close. I'm gonna take Vandy plus the points, but I'm gonna take Kentucky on the money line. That's what I'm gonna stick with. All right, this is a game we haven't talked about.
Skip that. So you think Vandy go back to being who Vandy? Really
No, I think they keep it close. I think they keep it close, but I don't think they win the game. I think Kentucky pulls it out. This is a game. This is a big game that we haven't touched on at all, but this is a big time game right here, man. Ole Miss travels to LSU. Ole Miss is actually the favorite in this game. 3.5 point favorite. Over under 61.5. What you got?
And this, I'm speaking with my gut on this one. Lane, please don't let me down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Ole Miss money line and spread.
Okay, all right.
I'm
actually going to agree with you on this. I'm taking Ole Miss to win and cover. So I'm going with you on that one as well. Next game, Florida at Tennessee. If Florida wins this game, Billy Napier may have saved his job for another season.
He's not going.
What you got? 50. Tennessee is a 15.5 point favorite. Over under 55.5 points. What you got?
I got Tennessee, but I don't think they cover.
So you got Florida plus the points, but you got Tennessee on the money line.
Yeah.
Man, this is hard because Tennessee just lost to Arkansas. And I think Tennessee get a bounce back win. I think they win. I'm going to take Tennessee to win and cover. I'm taking Tennessee to cover that 15.5 and to win. So I'm taking them on the money line and the cover. So I think Tennessee going to win, do that. All right, man. Next game. This should be easy. Mississippi State has to travel to Georgia. Georgia, 33.5 point favorite. Over under 53.5 points. What you got?
Next question. I was just playing. Georgia.
Okay, we both taking Georgia to win, but does Georgia cover the 33?
They gonna cover. They finna thrash Mississippi State.
All right. Okay. Cool. I think they spread. Man. I'm nervous. I'm nervous to take that cover. So I'm gonna take Mississippi State to cover.
What's the spread again?
33.5.
Yeah, I think they cover. I think Georgia cover, bro.
Okay. All right. Georgia cover. All right. Got you. All right, man. We already did Texas, Oklahoma. I'm picking Texas in this, and I'm actually picking Oklahoma to cover the points. But I'm taking Texas on the money line.
I agree.
All right. Oh, Missouri at Massachusetts. Mizzou, 27.5 point favorite. Over under 54.5. What you got?
They play UMass?
Yes.
Man, UMass been garbage.
Yes, they have been. They're 1-5.
Yeah, they've been garbage. So I'm taking Mizzou. Mizzou hurt me last week. I'm taking Mizzou money line, Mizzou spread.
All right. I'll rock with you on that one too. All right, last game, man. South Carolina, the Gamecocks travel to Tuscaloosa. South Carolina's 3-2. Alabama's 4-1. Alabama 21-point favorite in this game. Over under is 50.5 points. What you got?
Alabama money line, South Carolina spread.
And that's exactly how I was gonna go to. I'm picking that same thing. I'm taking South Carolina plus the points.
I don't think
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
especially a lot. They've been fumbling the ball late in the second half this season too.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm taking South Carolina plus the points. Alabama on the money line. I think Alabama get a bounce back win before they head to Tennessee. All right, man. Those are our picks, man. Let us know how y'all feel about it. Tell us who y'all picking, and then we'll go from there. Marcus.
Hold on, let me address some of these comments. Drop some of these comments real quick, Nick. I gotta address one on.
Address what? I mean, which one are you trying to address?
The last two between DC and my brother.
Oh, how's the pole man parlay going? Any money being won?
Hey, I won somebody some money the other day, and they commented on it, and they said something. My boy DJ Hollywood said I won him something. So while you hate Mr. Travell, thank you. I just wanted to address just the elephant in the room.
I hear you. No, DC, he didn't even do one last week. He did do one last week, which was interesting. I don't know why did you do one last week, poor man?
I was working.
No, I got you. Okay, understand. All right, Marcus, you got one for us today?
Yes, I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to give out the award that everybody loves, but the person that gets it, boy, they hate it.
Give it up for the Water Boy Award.
Gatorade. H2O.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Marcus, who are you giving this week's Water Boy Award to?
With great pleasure, I would like to give the Water Boy Award to Nicholas Saban, aka Nick Saban, for that little spicy comment he made. Where's the easiest place to win in the SEC, Nick? I wish you had the sound bite for me.
Yeah,
then he said the easiest place to win in the SEC was Vandy.
He did say that.
Oh man. And just like that, they played it in the game. They played it on the Titantron. They played it everywhere. When they threw the goalpost in the river, they played it again. Nick, I guess if Vandy ain't the easiest place to win without you there, you might want to come back, Nick. PhD, you better get him on. You better use your degree to get Nick back on the phone because Vandy ain't looking too easy for y'all no more. Come on over here, Nick. For that dumb old comment, you got to sip some water with me. I'm so happy I get to give you this Water Boy Award. Nick, please poke him up twice. Because he might not get back on this seat. Please poke.
So you're saying
Nick, pull him up again. Yes, pull him up one more time. It's cold. It had ice in it.
There's a little bit of rat poison in it. That's what it had.
Oh man.
Oh man. And I'm telling you right now, man. I don't know, man. That was an interesting comment for him to say. PhD said Nick has an office in the stadium. He still lives in T-Town. Yeah, he lives in T-Town. He got a house on Jupiter, Florida, too. I bet he had a lot to say since Saturday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. He probably had practice. Nick Saban probably went to practice Saturday.
I know he did, Nick.
He probably made them practice and was like, yo, we practice.
Hey, and look, number 13 was running gashes the whole practice. What's his name? Moore? He had to run gashes the whole
Malachi
practice.
Moore.
Yeah. Malachi Moore had to run he had to run stadiums the whole practice.
Yeah, Nick Saban was dehydrated. That's interesting.
Yeah. He had to get 2 sips, Mac. He had to get 2 sips.
Wow. This is interesting. This is developing. Apparently, Kirby Smart is interested in the Jets job.
He running for the hills. The NIL's too much for him.
I mean, it happened with Chip Kelly at UCLA. He left from being a head coach to be the OC for Ohio State.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is, man. PhD, you going to the game? She just responded. She said, not going to the game, DC. All right. So it is what it is, man. Marcus, what you got to say to the people before we get up out of here, boss?
Man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Shout out our home team, man. Shout out to everybody who comes sit around here with us every week. Take the time out, man. It's a blessing to do this for y'all and do this with y'all, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us here, man. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you share. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. But man, shout out to the 4-6, Macon County, BTW, Tuskegee, BTW Golden Eagles, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all doing big things out there. Shout out to the University of South Alabama for giving me my degree. Shout out to my wife, my mom, my dog, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Shout out to my family for being supportive. We appreciate y'all, man. Like as I said, we are 7 people away from being at 300 subscribers on YouTube. So help us out, man. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, man. Hit the subscribe button. It is what it is, man. Okay. All right, Bubba. Okay. All right. Yeah, we lost. We lost, but we lost to St. James. It was 4 points, but it'll be all right. We'll be good. PhD, man, you know what? I enjoy when you come on the show because you bring a lot of logic to the show. You bring a lot of logic to the show, and I enjoy having you on the show. Thank you. You have a good evening as well, too, man. You have a good evening as well.
You too.
We appreciate y'all so much, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk podcast. Subscribe to Sharpshooters podcast. Subscribe to Auburn Addicts with DC, man. Subscribe to Tight Sports Megacast. Oh, also shout out to my frat brother, man. Him and Braxton McShann just started a podcast called Vibing with the Tide. So if you are an Alabama fan, I think it is on Shot TV's YouTube page, but it is called Vibing with the Tide. It's the name of the name of the podcast. So if you're an Alabama fan, go and subscribe and take a look and listen to what they got to say, man. Jamarcus and Braxton, they've been friends since middle school. So man, y'all go holler at them. They actually from Tuscaloosa, so they've been Alabama fans since forever. So man, y'all go check them out, Alabama fans. It is what it is, man. But as always, man, before we get up out of here, man, y'all have a good one. Or better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. One love.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.